Base hit through the 5-6 hole. Goodnight gets the wave. Parisian fires to the plate. Cut off. This game is tied. Sarah Gordon delivers for Georgia. It's Christmas time here in Charleston, South Carolina, and tonight the Southern Wesleyan Warriors make the trip across the state to take on the Citadel Bulldogs with Santa and Mrs. Claus in the house. Hi again, everybody, with Winston Hill. I'm RJ Taylor, delighted to have you with us. Winston, you're looking great tonight, very festive.
I'm trying to be. I bought this sweater today, actually, which is hilarious, but I love it. It's comfy, and Christmas is my favorite holiday, so I'm excited. I'm
right there with you. An early Merry Christmas to you and yours as well at home. Now, Winston, let's get to this game tonight. Both of these teams are in the midst of a 4-game losing streak. How can one of them bounce back here tonight and get one in the win column?
Yeah, both of them need a win bad.
He's Winston Hill. I'm RJ Taylor. Winston, what a first half. This has been a lot of fun. 93 combined points.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't ask for a better game, man. This has been phenomenal.
Wally with 8 seconds remaining in the half. Wally down low, out to Williams in the corner. It's good as the half ends. The Citadel take a 48-45 lead to the locker room. An exciting first half here at the McAllister Fieldhouse. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Here's the pitch to Berg, and a liner out to center field. Charging is Billingsley, and he makes the running catch. A complete game 2-hit shutout for Bryson Parrish. What a performance here in game 1 of this series.
A dunk, a 3, anything, so.
That ball deflected by German. That ball came in hot from Gonzalez. Sumler gets the steal and takes it coast to coast. They don't go to the line. Skylar Cole gets to the ball in the box. Tries to set up Rhodes, but a good defensive play. Then Rhodes behind her foot scores. A pirouette and the second goal of the postseason for Maddie Rhodes in a 1-0 Lipscomb lead. Count 1 ball and no strikes to Matthew Lively. Runners on the corners and 1 out. Hey, we're both all here for chaos, right?
Oh, organized chaos. Sign me up.
Disorganized chaos is a step too far.
Yeah, it's where I draw the line.
So that's the second turnover of the game for Brentwood. And now it's second down. Here's Beard running to the outside. Inside the 20, made one man miss, made another man miss, reaches for the pylon. Touchdown! High drive. You may have just spoken a homer into existence. Looking up and gone. Knott watches it fly out. A home run for Garrett Dill. Bulldogs are on the board. How about that, John Kosis?
Right, Dill might have heard us up here in the booth. Mentioned no homers, but he had the batting average, turns on one.
Here's the deal, fans. This ball, absolute put on a dartboard, getting the back pick, but here's the reaction we want to show you. Remember the name Pete Weber? Yeah, that's right. I just compared Garrett Fulmer to a professional bowler. Who do you think you are? I am, fans. Have yourself a day, Garrett Fulmer, with the glove, with the arm, with the bat. I'm telling you, the WWE world is not going to let this kid escape their mitts if professional baseball doesn't come a-calling. The energy contagious. Talk your talkies, walk the walk. Have yourself a day, 4.
Well, didn't Pete Weber have that line when he retired? It was like, love me or hate me, you watched.
I think Garrett Fulmer is probably speaking in the same regards. Didn't have Pete Weber on your college baseball bingo board, did you?
First pitch to Elliott is slowly hit to the left side. Off-balance throw from McElpatrick at third, and a nice pick by Gannis for the first out.
Elliott can really boogie, too. This is a much more difficult play than it appears, but love Crawford Wade just going right at the bat early and often, and a perfect in motion. Now you see me, now you don't. Nice play by McElpatrick.
So 1 out here at the bottom of the 5th. And here's Garrett Dill. Dill 1 for 2. And he got hit, got him on the left bicep. So one out base runner on a breaking ball that got away from Crawford Wade.
Unfazed. That felt like a butterfly kiss to Big Garrett Dill. He said no big deal.
Yeah, no reaction whatsoever.
Not even a little bit. I was a big advocate of I'd rather strike out than get hit by a pitch. I'm cool. This time, little backdoor breaking ball that catches zero part of the plate. And Crawford Wade having to work with more Bulldogs on the base path.
Rollauer looks at a strike. Looking for his first hit of the game. He fouled out in the first and grounded out to short in the third. Skips in there. Nice job by Markinson behind the plate to keep that one in front of him.
You talked about it earlier in this game, this idea of Crawford Wade, like trying to maybe extend his outings to a more consistent pace. This is much better done.
Runner takes off, breaking ball's a ball. Throw to second is not in time, so Dill has a stolen base and a man in scoring position for the Bulldogs.
Well, he's a big dude, but don't let it fool you. That's already his 5th stolen base of the season, and he steals this one on Wade. He just gets a great jump. Almost a perfect throw from Markinson, but too good of a jump from Dill.
Slowly hit up the first base line. Underhand flip from Wade is not in time. A little pirouette, then the flip. Citadel has him on the corners with one out.
You almost see a little hesitation on the mound, but this is just a perfectly placed ball from Thomas Rollauer on the swinging bunt. Because of how far it traces up the lines, you'd almost love to see Tyler Gaines to come up and pick up this ground ball. But that slight hesitation on the mound from Crawford Wade, and a lot of the action today coming on those infield singles from the Bulldogs, and now they're cooking with runners on the corners.
Yeah, the man of the hour is at the plate, Garrett Fulmer. Single run scored, solo homer, had the back pick of Jack Counsell to end the last half inning. And they got Rollauer picked off. Here comes Dill for the plate. The throw up the third base line, and the Bulldogs take a 3-0 lead.
Baseball stuff. We love to see it. By no means do I think Rollauer is trying to get picked off, especially with how good Dill has been in the box. But going on first movement to try to take away the double play ball, and this is what we talked about earlier with Northwestern. If you are going to get picked off, you got to get yourself hung up in the middle. They go on that first throw, perfectly executed from the Citadel base running team.
It's one of Russell Triplett's big tenets, keep the defense on its toes. Especially when you play in a ballpark like this. I mean, that's how you have to sometimes manufacture runs, for lack of a better word. 1 ball and 1 strike here. Breaking ball misses, and it's 2-1.
Well, kind of similar to what we've seen to the Citadel's rival VMI leading the country in home runs. This is such a big ballpark that you have to learn to play almost a West Coast style, manufacture runs in a different way. Been a perfect example of how they've been able to do so far today.
So Fulmer ahead here, 3 balls and a strike. Rollauer at second and 1 out here. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Foul ball. Fulmer with the little Juan Soto head nod as he backed out and walked back into the box. And the payoff is ball 4. The Wildcats may have wanted that call from Gary Keller, the home plate umpire, but Fulmer continues his perfect day at the plate, 2 hits and a walk.
Yeah, so sometimes you're worried about the energy being a little bit too much when you do get in the batter's box, but it almost seems to cool him out a little bit. No surprise to see a bat flip after drawing the one-out walk, because it has just become a part of the MO at this point.
Rollauer back in at second. Second walk, by the way, given up by Wade. So 2 on, 1 out here for Cadiz. Double steal and a slow tapper back to the mound, and the throw to first from Wade in plenty of time. That advances the runners. So now 2 outs in second and third.
By the way, this is without question a hit and run on a double steal. This is going to be the new identity of Citadel Baseball, right? They're going to try to get them on, get them over, get them in, try to stay out of double play ball depth, as Cadiz isn't the best of runners. Great bat-to-ball hitter. Now with 2 outs, ducks on the pond for the Citadel and looking for more 2-out hitting.
Slider misses to Lane Tobin. Rollauer and Fulmer, the base runners. And the 1-0 is fouled off at the plate.
And Crawford Wade, right, has not given up a ton of barrels today with the pitch count now at 86. This would be a huge leave here, right? Find a way to get his team back in the dugout, just down by 3. Big, momentous swing at the halfway point of the ball game.
Didn't look like a bad pitch there. Gary Keller telling the Northwestern dugout it was high. Here's the 2-1. Definitely a ball, and it's 3-1. A strike on the outside corner runs the count full. So, but a fielder's choice and single here today, looking to add to the Bulldogs' lead. And the 3-2 is hit to the right side, and he delivers. 1 run scores. Fulmer held up at third. The Citadel takes a 4-0 lead in the bottom of the 5th. A pair have come across for the Bulldogs.
How good have they been with 2 outs today? Runners on Tobin, right? It's a fantastic fastball, about 2 balls off the plate, and he just shoots it the other way. Fulmer was halfway down the line, but a wise hold, as it was a big, strong throw from out and right from Freeman. The Bulldogs keep the bottom of the 5th alive yet again. Nothing hit great. An exit velo still under 90 miles per hour, but they're just making this Northwestern defense work.
And that ball's hit out to right field. Catch made by Jackson Freeman. Lively flies to right to end the frame. 2 more here for the Bulldogs. It's 4-0 through 5.